Today I'm going to show you how. Hey, welcome to today's tutorial. Welcome to the second video in this series. In this second video, I'm going to treat the home menu. In the home menu, we have items like paste, cut, copy, format, painter, bold, italize. This is basically where you do your typing and arrange. Most of the formatting in MS Word is done here. Most of the things happen here. So I'm going to take each item one by one and try to explain as much as I can. So please follow me. First, I like to start with the item here. When working with MS Word, you notice that some items are grayed out. For instance, if you look closely at this paste, it is grayed out, which simply means I can't use it. Look at this cut, it's also grayed out. Copy is grayed out, but this one is active. The bold is active and other things are active. So the first item is paste. For you to be able to paste, you must have copied something, either a text or a picture. So I'll come here, just copy a dummy text. I right click, copy, then I'll come back to my Word. You see, there's a place in the computer called clipboard. When you copy something, it's a temporary memory where items are copied and stored. So the computer detects, this Microsoft Word has detected that I've copied something. That's why this thing is now active. So I'll simply paste. That's it. That's the first tool in the home menu, the paste function. Paste, you copy something and you paste it. So you can see that this thing is still not active. So let's highlight the header here. Once you highlight it, you see that this cut is active. So I can cut. Cut simply means to remove. I'll cut it. You can see from the tooltip, when you move your cursor, your pointer to any function, Microsoft Word will display a tip for you. You see here, remove the selection and put it on a clipboard so that you can paste it somewhere else. So I can cut this thing here, come here, double click here and paste. You can come here, highlight it, copy, I'll push this one down by hitting enter. I'll come up here and paste and copy. The difference is that cut will remove it and place in another place, while copy will just duplicate it, while the original one will still be in place. That's simply the difference. Now I'm going to skip this format painter. I'll come back to it later. The next item we have here is the font. The font is the computer language for handwriting. If I highlight this thing now, I can come here and change it to another font of my choice. can simply come down and pick another font. If I don't like the original font, there are a lot of fonts. As you keep using MS Word, you get to know fonts. You start memorizing some fonts, some simple fonts like Times New Roman, Arial, Calibri, and so on and so forth. So I use Times, or I come here and use Calibri. That's for this one. The next one here is the size. This is the font size here. You click. I can highlight the header, come here and change it. The next key here is to increase it step by step, while the next one is to decrease it. If you are still formatting your document, you are not sure of what to use, you can use this to see the way it is, the way to appear. While this is bold, italize, and underline. Now, when working with MS Word, because the screen is very small, some items are hidden, like this one here. Anytime you see this small arrow here, it indicates additional items. When you click here, you will see this is another style of underline. The first one is a single line, while this one is double. This is a sticker line, this is dotted, and so on and so forth. If you don't need the line any longer, you click none, and then there are other options here. More underline, click it to see more options. So you can click here and see other options. You can click underline color. If you don't want to use black is the default color, you can change it to another color. This is the preview. Whatever you pick here, you can preview it here. If you are okay with it, you can go ahead and click OK. So I'll change it back to black. I think I'm okay with this. This is it. The next item here is cross. Sometimes you want to cross out something, but you still want to use it to send a message. Something like this. So I have to cross something out. Now, the next item here, if you look closely, you see the subscripts. The next one is the superscripts. For this one, if you wanted to write maybe 10 base 2 for instance, okay, so let me clear this thing, highlight it and click here. Okay, if you wanted to write 10 base 2, what you do, you write 10 and 2 together, then you highlight the 2 and then you click this. This will reduce it to base. Come down here, you have to click to remove. Then if you want to write maybe 3 raised to the power of x, or raised to the power of x minus 1 for instance, you have to write it the normal way. Then you highlight what you want to raise to power and then you raise it up. That's how to do it. To undo it, just click select and click to go back. The same thing here, you highlight it too and click here. It goes back to the way it was. Okay, moving on. I'll wipe this thing clear. I'll highlight and hit delete on my keyboard. The next one is this fancy text here. I can decide to beautify my heading. For instance, let me remove the bold and the underline. Click here, none. You can come here and change it to a fancy text. Look at that. Next is this one, the highlighter. I come here. Remember this? This is called the highlighter. Those of you who like highlighting what you are reading, the computer has the same feature. Click to highlight. Now you can still highlight it to remove. No color. Change it back. Highlight. Take it back to this one. For instance, another thing here is the text color. This one here is the text color. You can change your text color to red. I think I like this red. You can highlight this one here, change it to blue, dark blue. Okay, I want to use this to explain the next one, the next item here. This is change case. Change case simply means you can change your text to either capital letters or small letters, as a case may be. The first one is sentence case. As we all know, every sentence must start with a capital letter. If you look closely, you see it here. Sentence case. The S, the first letter here is underlined and it's capital letters. Sentence case. Once you start typing, for instance, if you type this THE and you space it, the computer will automatically capitalize the first letter. If you don't want it that way, you simply press undo. Ctrl Z is the shortcut, or you press this back button here. See, this is to tell the computer that thanks but no thanks, do not capitalize it for me, this is the way I want it. Look at this. Can highlight it, come to this case, sentence case. You see the first letter is capitalized. I can come here, make it lower, everything will be in small letters. This is it. I can come here, uppercase, everything is in capital letters. I can highlight only this one, for instance. Come here and say lowercase. See, select all of them, uppercase. I can say capitalize each word, each word. See, each word is capitalized. The first letters of each word is capitalized. Then I come down here and toggle case. You can even see it from the way they arrange these things. See, so that is that for that section. Now this one is to clear off formatting. I can highlight this one and clear it. All those things, additional things I added, this will simply clear it. Let me try it here. See, it has stripped the text of all the formatting, the bold, the italics, the color and everything. Just return it to the way the text was originally. Now that is the font part. There's this other part, the paragraph. This is bullet and numbers. These are used for items when you're itemizing something. Maybe let's say names, for instance. Most you see, I can come here, bold, underline. Then I want to itemize these names. Can highlight all of them. Come to this place. See, I use bullet to itemize it. Now remember the option button, which means that I can change the kind of bullets that I use for the names. Can use this ones. Or I say none. I can come here, change it to numbers. Numbers. Now, when you have something like this, because of the bullets, these names are shifted to this place. If you want it to be on the same line with most this heading, what you do is, if you look right here, this is what controls the bullet or the numbering. You click and you move it to the left. See, as you are moving it, is moving. Then you now click this one and move it. This is what controls the names, while the first one controls the bullets. Now I'm going to do another one. Exam. Number 1. What is now number 2? The computer assumes that this is number 2, but what if I want to put a sub question under it? What do? I'll click here to push it inside, or you use the tab on your keyboard to push it inside. You see, once you do that, the computer knows that you want to write a sub question under this number 1. And you hit your enter, it will assume that you want to do another one. If that's not the case, maybe you want to do another sub, you press your tab, or you simply click here, you continue doing that. When you click here, you can use this one to return it, you see, and then you continue your question 2. Now you may decide that you don't like the way this thing is structured. You can change the structure here. You see, the first one is 1, then followed by A, then followed by Roman numerals 1, exactly the way it is here. If you don't like it that way, you can choose this one. You see, if you choose that one, it will give you 1, then it will give you 1.1, then it will give you the 1.1.1. If you come under this place, for instance, see, if you go back, it will give you 1.2. I hope this is clear enough. If you don't like it, you can still change it to another one. Now, the next thing I want to explain is the alignment here. These ones, can I highlight this thing? Automatically, when you open MS Word, everything is aligned to the left. When you start typing, you start from the left to the right. So what you do is you don't need to align it to the left because it's already aligned to the left. Well, you can actually align it to the left if you have shifted it maybe to the right or to the center. For instance, if you want this thing to be in the middle, in the center, you simply click here. See, it's in the center of the page. This is right alignment. This is used for dates or sender's address if you are writing a letter, for instance. Now the last one here is justified. Justified is, if you read this thing here, distribute your text evenly between the margins. These are the margin, this is the margin here and here. Now look at this text, this one here. If you notice to the right, it is not on a straight line, but if you want it to be on a straight line, you simply highlight and click justified. This is what justified does for you. If you think I'm too fast in this video, you can repeat, you can pause and repeat. That's the beauty of a recorded tutorial. You can repeat it over and over if you do not understand something, and you also remember that you can ask me any question, send me an email, drop any question on the comment section. I'll reply to you as soon as I see it. Okay, I'll move on to this one, line spacing. If you think these lines are too close and you want to space it, You see, the standard line is 1 or 0, but you can still space it here, here, here. See, add space before paragraph means that you add a space immediately after this heading. That is before the paragraph. Now there's the last one here, add space after the paragraph. Then already treated this one, you move it this way and then you move it backward. You can perform this function using the tab on the keyboard. Now let me move this back to the left. The next item here is sorting. Sort. Look at these names here. These names are sorted. So if you want to sort it in maybe alphabetical order, you click your sort. You highlight it. Remember to highlight it. Then you sort. Click here. You see ascending order. Then you click OK. See, it has rearranged the names starting with A, and then it goes down like this. If you want to flip it the other way, you still click the same thing and say descending order. You click OK. See, the V was here before when it was in ascending order. Now it is in descending order, so it has moved the V, Victor, up. Now we can decide to put these names in a box. See, you can box it here or put it in a table. Now these ones can use this for underline. This is top border, left, right, no border, or borders, outside borders. Feel free to explore, and if you have any question, you can ask me. It's like the background color. See, something like this. These are ready-made styles. Just the styles are there, just apply it to your documents. I'm going to skip that because 9 out of 10 you will not need these things. Now the next thing I'm going to discuss here is define function. This allows you to look for anything in your document. Assuming you are typing a very voluminous document, or you copied something from somewhere, or you want to search for maybe a text or a phrase in a very large document, what you do is you use this function to find whatever you are looking for in the document. If it is there, you're going to see it. Like here, I know that we have biology in this document, and then we have book, we have 5. So I can just type 5, for instance, and the computer will search for it. See, the result is 1. You saw 1 and it has highlighted it in yellow. That's it, 5. Let me search for another thing. I'll say printing, or simply print. See, it says print in 2 places. Actually, one is printer, and one is printing, but there's print, so he highlighted it for me. If that was I'm looking for, this makes searching for something easier, because when you are searching for something with your naked eyes, you are prone to mistakes. The computer does that faster, easier, and is even more accurate. So that's how to use the find function. The next one here is replace. Replace the, when you click on the replace, this is what you see. It comes with find and replace. Of course, you have to find something before you can replace. So let me give you a classical example of how you can use the replace function. For instance, you are typing a document, you are typing somebody's name, and maybe you didn't get the correct spelling, or maybe the way they wrote it down for you, you didn't get it clearly, and you just type what you saw there. After you finish typing, you now discover that the name wasn't spelled correctly. So what you do, you simply use your replace. In that case, what you do is, in this space, you type the wrong spelling, and then you come down here, replace with the right spelling. For instance, in this document, I can look for something that is repeated many times. I can say, okay, THE, the THE. I can say, okay, replace it with A. Then I'll come here and say replace all. Simply means wherever you see this THE, replace it with A. Now, if you look at this place, you see replace all. Replace, we only replace the one that is closest to the cursor. I say replace. I say replace all. To search all the documents and replace, and it has done that. That's why we're seeing this message. It says all done, we made 7 replacements. So he searched through the document, and wherever he saw THE, he replaced it with A. This is a very handy tool in MS Word. When you are done, you click close, then you continue. All objects. Now the next one is select all, everything. The shortcut for this is Ctrl A. Select objects. There are no objects in this there are no objects in this page, so this one here will not work. But as we progress in this lesson, you get to know, we're still going to come across this function again. So I thank you for watching. Thank you for your time. Before I end this tutorial, I would like to go back to this format painter. In the beginning of the tutorial, I promised to skip and come back to it, so I think the time is right to explain what it does. The format painter simply transfers the properties of one text to another. For instance, if I have something like this, let's say I have type a name, and now highlight it. I bold, underline, increase the size, change the colors, the color, change the fonts. I've taken like at least 5 actions on this word. I can highlight it, come to the format painter. I click it once because I want to apply it once. Then I can use it to highlight this heading. You see that everything I've done here has been replicated here in one click. Instead of repeating the process 5 times, I just do it in one click. It saves time and effort. Now, if my intention is to repeat it multiple times, I will highlight the Daniel, then I'll double click the format painter. Once I do that, I can highlight this paragraph. See everything. After highlighting, you notice that the cursor still has that paint brush. I can come here, repeat it on this one. It's still there because I double clicked it. Come here, I can repeat it as many times as I want, so it saves me time. Instead of clicking each word, going to bold, underline, changing font, increasing the size, changing colors, and all those things, the format painter saves me time because I can just concentrate on one line, edit it and format it the way I want. Then I use the format painter to replicate it elsewhere. So that's it. I hope that is simple enough. Thank you. When you are done, you simply click escape on the keyboard to remove the format painter. Please, if you have any comments or any question, feel free to drop it in the comment section. Watch out for the next tutorial. In the next tutorial, I'm going to talk about the items in the insert menu. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you keep getting tutorials from me. Thank you.